Alright guys, so I got both seats mounted. I got to pull them back out and paint the bottoms and clean some stuff up. But before I do that, we're going to build a center console. And I've got something kind of worked out here already. Got this test fitted in there, got the hole in the right spot. And hey, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I got the shape that I like. It fits in there. My arm's at the right height here. So now we're going to take this apart and we're going to make it out of plywood. And yeah, see if this turns into a disaster or not. Alright guys, so let me explain what is going on here. I got the main shape kind of done out of plywood. And I notched this out so that it's at the last layer of the plywood here. And I'm hoping that when this boils and all the steam comes up here, I'll be able to bend that out and bend this back in again. And I got some spacers that'll set the width of the front, and I'll clamp it all together and then let it dry, and hopefully it'll just kind of stay there. So yeah, I'm gonna let this boil for a while and let you know how it turns out. Well, we got her cooking on here and we're starting to make a little bit of headway. See, it's starting to do things there. I'm gonna let it heat back up, soften up some more again. Just gonna kind of keep trying to pull these in and kicking that out. Hopefully my spreader down here, I'll probably actually put a clamp down here onto that spreader there too. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's doing things. Alright, so that actually seems to have worked out halfway decent on this side. This side got a little bit of cracking. This knot screwed us, but it held on the inside, so I'm going to be able to pump that full of glue, let it set up, and sand it down. This over here, just fine. I got my top on. I just got to cut the hole out for the shift lever. Now we're doing this piece. I want to try and do this whole shot in one go. So I got that over there steaming away now. So yeah, let's see if we can get lucky twice. All right, look at that. Made her in one shot. And this I'll fill in with sawdust and wood glue and let it harden up. Sand it all smooth, router my edges, cut the end off. I'm gonna have probably a couple hours of sanding and making this nice, and it's got to fit nice in the car. So yeah, we're far from done, but I think the hard part, I guess, is done. So yeah, let's keep moving forward. All right, so I gave it a liberal application of the old super glue and sawdust wood filler. So I'll let that set up overnight, and then I guess tomorrow we're just gonna go to town sanding. I gotta get some router bits. I'm gonna router these corners, try and flush everything up, and then after that we'll throw it in the car and kind of see how good it fits. I know I got to do some trimming on the bottom to kind of get it to contour. There's going to be a lot of in and out, so it'll be a good time to pull the seats back out and finish those, and then this can come in and out real easy, and it's going to be a pretty good while of just fit, test, remove, shave, trim, and then do it again. So yeah, then once it's fitting real good, we got to try and upholster it, so that's going to be another ordeal all on its own. So yeah, follow along. I got the center console sitting over there, and I got the glue set up probably till tomorrow or more yet. So I recruited some help here. We're changing the windshield out because I don't know if you've noticed or not, but it's pretty dickered over there. So I got a new used original windshield, also from him. He took the first one out. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see if we can put it in without, you know, replicating the current results.
Oh no, that's going to happen.
I have the optimism. No. Yeah, so let's see what we can get done. All right, we made progress. We got the old windshield out in less pieces than I thought we were going to. And yeah, now I got to clean all this up, and then hopefully the replacement windshield's the same, and hopefully the seal I got is right.
It's not.
Why you gotta be like that?
Because.
Okay.
I've dealt with aftermarket parts before.
Minor. So yeah, we'll keep trucking along here, and hopefully everything goes well, because we're kind of committed now. Alright, so we're working on getting the new seal on the new windshield, and these seals are a pain in the ass to get onto the windshield because they ship them all balled up, and they really don't want to cooperate, and they really don't want to be the shape the windshield is. So I got it taped on there after we got it on because the ends on this side kept trying to pop off. It also doesn't help with these extreme curves on the end. So I got the seal on. Now I'm trying to get the rubber to relax a little bit, so hopefully it stays on when we try to put it in the car. Also, if you can see that wire right there, I'll explain how that works later. So yeah, I'm gonna get this to relax a little bit, and then we'll try and get it in the car. So what we're gonna do with these cords now is there's a
lip all the way around the seal. These cords are inside that lip. So Andrew's on the outside there. He's going to keep pressure on it. And when I pull on these cords, it's going to roll that lip. And hopefully, if he just keeps pressure and we keep rolling, it'll fall right in. So let's give this a try. Come in here. Go right down in there. You see it's pulling that lip. And with any luck, this wire won't break. And we'll be able to just go all the way around. Yep. Yep. Okay, now this corner is loose, so you're going to probably have to pat this in. Okay, try and like start up here and pat that all in. Yeah, there it goes. Beautiful.
We should probably start on the other side.
Yep. Silicone all over the dash. I don't want to pat the shit out of that with my... Go ahead and, yep. Pat that in some more. Okay, hold up. Okay. Go back to the other side again. So now this corner is like barely there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, hold up. There it goes. Pat her in. Yep, keep
the poor guy that had to do this for a living.
Keep patting. I was that poor guy once.
No, I mean like installing them at the factory.
All right, the top's got to come way in. Yeah, there you go. There it goes. Okay, hold up, hold up. Come pat this side in if you can. Go back here. Yep. Go there. Pat it in. That's got to come in a lot. Oh. All right, this last little bit. Gonna be kind of a cocksucker. There it goes. Okay, smack her in. Now we're just going to go around and smack her until it's fully seated, and that's all there is to it. You can go. All
right, there we go. Despite all of Andrew's negativity, crack-free windshield installed. Hopefully it stays that way because them are expensive. So, yeah, and hard to install, especially now that I put that 3M windshield goop on there. That seal is never coming out. So yeah, on to the next thing. All right, so I got my cup holder holes cut out, got the shifter hole cut out, took a router and routed all my edges so everything's flush. Don't worry about that right there. Cleaned it up best I could for right now. I'm gonna have to do a bunch more sanding later, but I knocked the inside corners down so it cradles the hump in the floor a little better. So yeah, we are now ready for the first test fit of the wood variant. So I'm expecting this to go terrible, but I'll let you know once it's in the car. All right, in all honesty, first try, not bad. So as you can see here, we need to get it to come this way and down a little bit. So I think I gotta do a little bit of trimming up top there. And then on the other side, oh, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I need to trim this top corner down to get it to match this contour here a little bit. And then I can shimmy it over and down a little bit. But honestly, for the first go, I'm okay with that. So yeah, let's keep doing a little bit of trimming and see if we can get her to fit in her nice and snug. Then we got to try and upholster this thing. Never done this before, so adventure for both of us. All right, there it is. I got it fitting good in the car. I had to do a bunch of trimming up here and over here. But I got it fitting good. Fits pretty tight everywhere. I had to cut my shifter hole out bigger because I screwed the measurements up on that, but that's no big deal. I'll just make a new shifter boot because that one's tore and kind of gross anyway, so I'll just make a nice new one. Since, you know, we're going down the old upholstery path here next, I'll see how that goes and then try and make a shifter boot too. Got cup holder slots. I'm going to have my girlfriend 3D print some inserts that'll go in there after it's upholstered, and then also a just a little tray here for, you know, loose change and your drink to spill into and get sticky and gross, you know, the usual car stuff. I was thinking about putting a radio in here and putting speakers in here, but honestly, I think that's just too much. So, yeah, we're going to be upholstering next. So I guess follow along while we endeavor on that adventure and see how much of a disaster that turns into. All right, we're ready to try and upholster this thing. I actually managed to talk my brother's girlfriend into coming and helping because I guess she knows a little bit about sewing. So while we're waiting on that, I can show you what we're going to use here. I picked up a whole roll of this vinyl upholstery crap. It matches the seats and the, or it matches the seats pretty good. So we're going to go with that, and picked up some of this foam here. I'm going to try and cut this down a little bit, and that'll be up by the armrest. So yeah, I think I'm going to foam, maybe I'll do the, I think I'm going to foam the whole top. Maybe. That stuff's pretty thick. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to foam the top here, and I'll make it taper off down here somewhere. Yeah, also, yes, I am using a piece of pink foam for the table because I cut up my tabletop to make the center console. So, yeah, let's see if we can get anything accomplished. Alright, so I got my piece of foam cut out, and so you can see how jagged that edge was after I cut it. Turns out you can sculpt and shape these this foam with these things on the flapper disc. Super easy. So, yeah, that'll follow that contour pretty nice. Kind of flows right back into it. And just in time for them to pull in and hopefully help me get this thing sewed up. So she told me that my elaborate sewing facility here wasn't good enough, so she's going to take it home and just do it for me. And we'll see how it turns out in a couple of days. So we'll find something else to do on the car in the meantime. Alright guys, so I got a few things done, nothing real important. Got some semi-temporary permanent front blinkers. They're just kind of shoved in there. They're all wired up and functional. I'm not sure what I want to do for blinkers in the front yet. I think I want to, so if you look at the front here, I think I'd like to shave out this black area on the top and try and make that the blinkers, but that's a project for another day. So them are done for right now. I got the fuel pump block off plate put on. Really, I think that was about all I got done the last couple of days. Yeah, I'm waiting on the center console to get done getting upholstered. That'll hopefully be done tomorrow. Now I'm going to shove those in there and then drill and tap and put a bolt in it. So the bolt will kind of hold those in there. But yeah, other than that, once the center console's in, it will be ready for our first big road trip test drive. We are going to take it to, so I live in the middle of Wisconsin. We're going to take it an hour and 45 minutes south to the Dells of Wisconsin, and then over to Madison, Wisconsin. My girlfriend is graduating college, so we're going to take this bad boy to her graduation, and hopefully we make it. So yeah, follow along for that. Well, we made it about 70 miles today. Drove it to work, and I made it down to the Dells. Show you the center console. That came out pretty nice. We gotta make some inserts for the cup holders and tray yet, but I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. But yeah, it was a pretty uneventful trip down here, aside from I think my fuel filters are plugging up. There must be some sediment in the tank yet. So tomorrow I'll pull them apart, clear all that out. Hopefully that's all there is, and get back. I think I'm gonna buy a brand new tank for it because I don't feel like dealing with it on Power Tour. But yeah, so far this has been a good test run, and I'll see if I can get them filters cleaned out tomorrow, and I'll update you guys if I get back home or not. Alright, so I pulled the filter off the car and raided some tools out of the campground shed here, and I'm gonna say that was definitely our issue. So I'm gonna clean this up best as I can, and I probably should pull the post filter out as well, check that one, but it looks like it did its job. So yeah, goes to show it pays to spend the money and get the nice rebuildable stuff when you're working with shit boxes. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and throw it back together, and hopefully we can make it home. We seem to have gotten the fuel filter issue figured out, but it threw a belt instead. So now we're waiting on rescue team to come get us parts. Yeah. Alright guys, so we're back at Mikasa here. I made it home. We had one other mishap after the belt adventure. So we had somebody bring us a new belt. Got that installed. Let's see here. It seems to have stayed tight, so I'm not sure. I think I had two. This is a 1/2 inch belt. I think I had a 3/8 belt on here, and I think that's why it chewed up that 3/8 belt, because it was riding on the bottom. I'll guess. It was riding on the bottom, not on the sides, like how the belt, like on the V, how it's supposed to. So I got the new belt on there. That seems to be cured now. I'm gonna pick up a couple extra to take with us on Power Tour. Other mishap, I think it's all connected here. So when we lost the belt, the voltage dropped because the alternator obviously wasn't hooked up anymore. And I think with the voltage drop, the fuel pump got hot, because about 10 miles after we fixed this, the fuel pump fuse blew. And luckily, Phytech is nice enough to send you an extra fuel pump fuse. There's just like a spare spot, kind of like in your normal car. But right here, there was a spare. So I just swapped that around and everything was good, and it's been good ever since. So I'm gonna get some more extra fuses. Or actually, I stopped at a gas station and got some extra fuses, but I'll take some extra fuses with us. I'm gonna go through and check all my wiring just to make sure that didn't like rub through somewhere, but I feel like it would have popped again if it was. Gonna order a new fuel tank, and when I do the new fuel tank, I'll take the fuel system apart and blow all that out, make sure that's clean. After we clean the fuel filter, it ran great all the way home, so thinking a new fuel tank and blowing that out will cure that forever. Yeah, other than that, the car ran great. It ran just fine, stayed cool the whole time, didn't overheat, except for when we lost the belt and the voltage dropped and fans wouldn't turn on. But cruised real good, cruised straight. Suspension's a little stiff up front, but that was kind of to be expected. Before we load it down with shit for the road trip, I need to make new shackles for the back, so it's not relying all on the air suspension, so I can use the air suspension to make up for the shit in the back. Yeah, what else we got? I got a tail light out I gotta fix. I think it's just wiring because it comes and goes. Got some interior bits to finish. But yeah, overall, this we put like around 200 miles on it this weekend, and we learned a lot. I think it was some really valuable information before our 2,000-mile road trip. But yeah, learned a lot. Got some work to do. We've got like 4 weeks-ish before we need to leave. So I'm going to get parts ordered. I'm going to get some work done to this. And next time you see this car, we should be leaving for Power Tour. So yeah, thanks for watching. And like, comment, subscribe if you want to see me and my brother's dumbass try and take this car on a 2,000-mile road trip. See you next time.